Ahoy hoy and ahoy Canersa is this plant that Connor is now playing as. This is Burning Wheel. We have our
More
lovely
effective than Wirt,
players.
probably.
More effective than Wirt. Definitely. Okay, let's see. We have... I'm really excited for these new bits, so let's just hop into those real quick. Who goes first?
I do. Do you want just the new one?
No. Do all three.
Okay.
Oh, okay, maybe never mind.
A long sigh.
Belief number 1. Oh, I'm playing Morrine Beaumont, the very awesome one-armed knight. Nice. Belief number 1. I have seen power, and it must end up in my hands and my hands alone. Belief number 2. I have tolerated Lucas's irregular and dangerous behavior for too long. The children must be found, and Lucas will be disciplined for his actions. Belief number 3. The Duchess is the sole reason my family has been separated. She now owes me for the pain she has caused, doubly, I should add that, which she will pay with her life or with a trip out of this wretched town. Instincts are always aid those who've been neglected, never trust decisions made by so-called divinity, and always choose blood over water.
Okay. Who's next?
It's me. I play the lovely Ada, everyone's favorite blacksmith. And her number 1 belief is maybe there's something useful in the Duchess's manor. I'll find some knowledge or artifact that will help us defeat her. 2 is I will bring sword and scabbard to Clotho. Perhaps with his help we can unravel the magic of this unnatural winter. And 3, Ragaire seems to have gotten himself into trouble. We don't have time to solve it right now, but I do need to find out more information. Instincts are, I will make sure evil is punished for its misdeeds. 2, traveling is dangerous business. I will always have an eye out for incoming trouble. And 3, I will pursue the study of ancient artifacts regardless of my own safety.
Okay, Brother Wirt.
Not much change on this front. Beliefs. The Duchess will be found, all else be damned. The Sword of Wintertide is the key to saving the children. Liberating it will fulfill our promise to Clotho. And Willow is ardent in her faith, but she needs to be convinced to slow down for the sake of Hochen. If I ever see my sister again, I'm going to tell her that. Instincts. I have faith in the mind Our Lady gave me. I will always stand my ground when defending the weak and fighting injustice. And when someone asks for advice, long parables of the saints always have nuggets of gold.
Okay, and last, and definitely not least. Ragaire.
The danger muppet that is Ragaire. I play Ragaire, an elf, who tried to pretend he wasn't an elf, but now the word's out. His first belief is, bring it on! We should break into that house to stop winter and find those kids. And maybe find a sword? We have to stop winter soon is belief number 2. We have to find out how it started so we can end it and save the kids and a very small man. And then finally, I can't be a wanted elf if there's no one to bring me in. I should get rid of these elven upstarts and maybe live up to my kinslayer name. But first, let's find a sword.
What?
I don't think I had actually read that one yet. Just
Everyone is bloodthirsty and power hungry.
I knew you hadn't read it, Logan, because I didn't see you laugh. So I get to do that for you now.
Oh, we were talking about killing birds before this stream, and it shows in your bits. Okay.
Bloodthirsty.
Perfect.
The 2 most bloodthirsty people here, it's Abby and I.
Let's see, what happened last time? Not that much. You guys found a Duchess, and did not take a sword from her.
Wish we hadn't found a Duchess.
Yep. Let's see. You had bloody versus her and did not succeed. And as a consequence, Morrine and Ragaire, your swords had shattered. Ada, your forge was lit on fire. And then Brother Wirt was sliced clean through, but did not seem to have any physical injury. He does have a thin blue line sort of cutting right across him, though.
So cool.
Okay, and then
Which shade of blue we talking here?
it's very icy pale blue.
Okay. Good to know.
Hmm. But I think that is where we left off. No, you had a bee message come to you,
Yes.
Brother Wirt,
We,
from one Clotho. And I don't remember his exact words, but he was essentially like, I found something. Come up here when you get a chance.
Oh, I thought his message was, oh, I can do this now? Well, that's really cool.
Yeah. His message was like, I train bees. This is proof of life. I don't think he said come up.
No, he
here.
sent 2 bees. He sent
sent
the
a bee for
one.
me.
It was like Obelia, right?
Yeah, Obelio was the first bee.
And then Clotho was all, oh, I didn't know I could do that. How interesting.
Yeah, he was like, don't
I
expect
remember
another
because
one.
I was really not particularly interested in what the bee I caught had to say. So I was like, whatever, I'm just going to hold on to it. And it stung me, and I was like, whatever, you can go.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did say, don't expect this. I only trained 2 bees to do this. But I think he did have an actual message for you. He wasn't just telling you that he only had 2 bees.
It really felt like that.
We might need a recap of that
Yeah.
message.
we were
because
still in shock from
I
losing
know.
that fight.
Yes,
so.
okay.
That's true. Our brains couldn't contain the
The essence of it was he said, I found something that might interest you. He did it to
All
give
right.
you any information because he had.
Maybe we
Yeah,
assumed it was the talking bee.
that is.
I'm very interested in the talking bee, so I probably jumped to that
He
conclusion.
had limited words and he wasted most of them on explaining the bees, so he could not elaborate anymore on what the actual information was. But that is where we left off. The Duchess had then sledded away.
He
Slade.
slayed.
Okay, I think people had rested at the forge. It was late.
Hmm. Oh yes, and then one more thing happened. You opened the door and there were wanted posters of Ragaire and an elf that you guys
Yeah,
did not
I think
recognize.
in the morning we were about to leave.
None of that happened. What? I pulled them all down in the night. It was just a stack of them burning in the forge. No, you're right.
Yeah. So I think we were basically just on our way to her manor, but I guess we could
Let's go by
Detour.
Clotho's first.
to Clotho first.
Okay, Clotho lives up in the mountains in a direction that is essentially opposite of the direction the manor to be.
But it was not that far.
I think it
right?
took like,
It's like
a
a
day.
day's journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far
Would
is
be
the
t-
manor?
2 days.
Oh my word. Clotho.
Yeah, I mean the manor's probably not super close.
The manor's not
Or we
close,
could
but it's on a
go
road,
way
whereas
up.
Clotho is walking through the wilderness up a mountain. So it's significantly closer, but
Well-
it takes you a while.
Do we split the party or not?
No, we're not splitting the party.
None of us have
Executive Yeah, true. We're in a weakened state currently, I think.
I think Clotho.
I'm cool with Clotho.
Because
That gets
otherwise
us
it'll
away
be
from these
5
wanted
days
posters.
before we get back to Clotho.
He didn't seem like he was. His bee message was not urgent.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
like what?
interested in what he has to say.
But here's the thing: we know where the Sword of Wintertide is, and we know that's what we need.
Yeah.
So, like, what is Clotho gonna tell us that's gonna be, more important than that? Oh, by the way, you
I've
can just
trained
do
a
this
third
other
bee.
thing, and that'll stop winter instead.
If you put water on her, she melts like the Wicked West.
Yeah. I mean, he might know something about how the sword works, which could be valuable. Something like that. But you're not wrong. I mean, from what you've explained about Clotho, he seems unhinged, to put it mildly.
Unhinged and unhelpful, willingly. So,
True. Doesn't like you.
But
so-
Ada is here now, so she can do the talking. She's much more better with people than we are.
It's actually patently false. I just force my conversations onto people.
Perfect. Yeah,
Um,
Clotho was like, it has like an enmity with me, so I'm not a good candidate.
That is true. You could just stay outside, I guess.
Where's it gonna be?
We could get Martine and Alden to go see Clotho. Because isn't Martine friends with him?
Mm-hmm.
And then we could go do the manor. And then when we get back, they'll already have the information.
That could work.
I think
Think
that's
you
a
can
good idea.
convince them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I agree.
Okay. You are all
Okay.
four
We
standing
can send
outside on the road.
Oh my gosh. Ivan.
He's somewhere.
Ivan is not around. He had a traumatic experience and he was not at the forge.
What? He has a job to do.
I know,
He lives
he
here.
put out that fire and then he skedaddled.
Dang it, Ivan. Okay.
The
I'm gonna
first time
go-
he's ever skedaddled in his life.
Everybody, let's go to Martine's house.
Onward.
Should Ragaire be out in the open like this?
Martine's
Ragaire.
always disguised.
Ragaire pulls on his hood and is like, problem solved.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Maybe they need to deal with this at some point.
maybe an inconspicuous role?
Yeah, I'm still learning how to do that.
You can or we
Ooh.
can do stealthy. It'll just change how you do it, of either just walking with the group or like jumping from shadow to shadow behind the group.
Okay. What's the ob that I would be looking at?
For inconspicuous, it would probably be
Their observation, I think.
yes, but it's not just them. So we're just gonna average it around to like an ob 2. Whereas stealthy will probably also be ob 2.
All right, we need to focus on what's really important here. So I'm gonna roll stealthy, and I'm just gonna, like you said, jump from shadow to shadow and like turn my head when somebody's like looking my way.
Okay.
Even just try not to be observed by anyone. But if they see me, then I will do my best to avoid them.
Can I assist with inconspicuous? I know how to be inconspicuous, so I can like, ooh, take that street. This is the great way to go around town. People won't see you.
Or I could fork in roadwise.
You could.
But you could like make my costume more inconspicuous.
Ooh, yeah.
You could be like slouch more, or like you throw some dust.
Nobody's
on
looking
me.
too
Some
long
of your
at somebody
rags.
with a lip. Have a lip.
Perfect. You give me a little acting class.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
It's bravo, bravo.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
I think you succeeded.
I think
Why did
you
you roll
succeed.
perception?
Did I?
No, I see stealthy.
Sorry,
Stealthy.
whoa. I scrolled on the totally wrong spot.
I was like, that's really weird.
Okay. Yeah. Ragaire disappears into the alleys and you do not see him as you guys move over to Martine's house.
Perfect. Knock, knock, knock.
Who is it? Oh.
Wait, no!
He opens it, sees you, slams the door shut.
What just happened? Someone forgot something very important.
Someone forgot that they promised to not come back.
You have to knock on the door.
I have to convince them?
I can't be here.
Oh my gosh, Wirt, I need you.
Wirt will knock on the door.
And Ada will take up most of the view and use her loud voice and be like, Wirt, it's us, it's Ada. I'm not Wirt, sorry. whatever. Martine, it's Ada and Wirt. We're here to say hello.
This little slide opens.
That wasn't there before. When did you get that
I installed it after a recent encounter, and it's already paid off.
Well, as you can see, it is Ada and Wirt. She like lifts you up.
Yep.
You see a small mirror get slid out as he like looks
Okay.
on both sides.
Into the snowdrift nearby.
I'm not there.
I have just enveloped her into the shadows. I just like came out from the shadows and pulled her in. I had 3 6s. I think I can apply that.
He shuts it and then he opens the door and he says, "What can I do for you, Brother Wirt? I haven't felt so alive since that adventure we went on the other day. Since I took you on that adventure the other day."
Then I think we have a proposition for you. We have an errand we need to run outside of town, and we're wondering if you could go and check in on Clotho for us, and perhaps bring Martine, and the two of you could, you could show Martine the way through the woods, and take him on an adventure that was so lovely as you did with us.
Nobody loves Martine enough to get
Yeah, you meant Alden.
I did mean Alden. Yes. My deep apologies. I haven't had my coffee yet today. My hot coffee water.
He's like, "Oh, I don't know if Alden's up for it." And he like opens the door and you see Alden is just like laying on the couch in the living room, just like
Existential crisis.
it looks like you can see he's unshaved. There's just like a blanket laying on him, and then he's like throwing one on the ground. It's like,
May I, Martine? Step inside?
please.
Yeah, we're gonna go in. We're gonna like give Alden a not a hard slap, but a firm hey, wake up.
Oh, he's
What
awake.
are you doing? Oh, okay. Alden, I hope you have been enjoying your time alone.
I've never been better.
It certainly seems like you're well rested. I think it would be good for you to perhaps get out of the house today.
I am out of the house.
Is maybe get into the outdoors might be a better way of phrasing it. You seem to be working on this mountain man look, and perhaps you should just go out into the woods and, live that fantasy.
Okay, well, let's make a persuasion check before we see how that
I would like to
responds.
help.
Okay.
For sure.
I feel like that was very soothing, platitudinally, of his whole disheveled appearance.
Okay. His
What's
will
the
is 4.
Oh, his will is 4. I see.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's about all I got here. So we're gonna roll persuasion with 1 help, or 1 fork rather.
Ada was helping you too.
I'm helping.
Oh,
I think she comes over, she like hauls him up, gives him a big slap on the back, and it's like, Alden, I agree with Wirt. I think you need to get on out there. And Morrine told us Clotho's got some information. It's gonna help us find your daughter. So we really need you to do your part. Get out there.
It's like
5
nice.
successes.
He's like, "Oh, Clotho has my daughter?
That is not what I said.
Oh,
He has
Clotho has
information.
on
about your
my daughter.
We
Well,
need you to get that information back to us.
like an adventure. Okay. Yeah.
I
think that
mean,
would be good.
Yes. I don't. Okay. She like looks at Wirt and is like, "Is adventure maybe? I don't know if he's good with adventures."
Well, he seems on board.
It's like Marine's always
Okay,
going on
let's talk to
adventures.
Martine again.
Martine's like, "Adventure, I hear? We're going on an adventure. Me and Alden, don't you worry. I took these two up. Where's that other one?"
Oh, there he's
just-
waiting
he's
for
gathering
us
some things.
out of town.
Or
Yeah.
he's gathering some things while we yeah.
Oh, well, I took them both up there to see that my good friend Clotho, and I led them, so I can lead this bum. No problem.
Thank you, Martine. I very much appreciate your help with Alden over these last few days. I think
He's laid here the whole time. It's really been no problem.
What a great guest. Isn't that right?
The best guest I've had in months.
Yes.
Yep, that's true. Okay, well, if you wanted to go on that adventure for us, like, soon, as in within the day or the next, that'd be perfect. We're gonna go out of town. We don't know how long we'll be, but we'll probably be back in at most 3 or 4 days.
Out of town, where are you going?
We think we have a lead on something for Morrine and whatever's going on with this strange winter. So we're just, doing our best to try and fix some of the
doesn't sound as important as
problems
our
this
adventure,
town
but
suffers
sure,
from.
you can't have all the adventure. I can't keep it all to myself.
That's true, and we're glad you share with us on the regular, Martine. You're a kind and caring person. I think that should count as a test for lying. And just don't put it off forever. And remember, Clotho said he had information for us. We need you to find out that information. Get it back to us. Write it down if you have to.
It's like, I got it. Yeah, go. And he, pushes you out the door. He can't push you, but he moves his hands on you in the direction of the door.
At me. I proceed to leave.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. Shuts the door, and you can rest confidently that those 2 seasoned adventurers will take care of that for you.
Morrine, I have serious qualms about this plan suddenly.
I emerge from the shadow.
I
Your
open my
husband
cloak.
is
I
not
open my
doing
cloak.
good.
What?
Just like a Batman situation.
I
over
fade
here.
back into the shadows.
Wait, why?
Your husband is not doing good, to put it mildly,
Okay.
and does not seem to be all there mentally.
Okay. Go.
Combined with Martine's normal steel trap of a mind, I think we've got a lose-lose situation going over to Clotho right now. Worst comes to worst, they get lost in the wilderness and die of frostbite.
Okay, well, go change the plan then, and we can bring Alden with us.
Why would we bring Alden with us?
Because you said he's not doing well.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I want him as a liability with us while we're trying to break into a manor.
So you want to send him on a lose-lose situation,
I
liability
just
of
think-
death, instead of...
I'm just warning you, the plan's already set, but if your husband dies, it's not my fault.
I have confidence in Martine's ability to navigate Alden through the woods. I think this is going to be just fine. It's a day trip. A day trip. With a successful roll. What could possibly
A
go wrong?
successful tax collector such as Alden must be prepared for all instances.
I mean, maybe adventuring will snap him out of this situation, but who knows?
Let's hope. I guess.
They're gonna dream team. They're gonna end winter while you guys are playing around at the manor.
Follow the wrong plot.
And suddenly it's a heat wave.
Okay. Well, you're back on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, because
I'm
a few of
still
us don't
shadow
have homes.
traveling.
Okay.
Okay, we make our way to the manor.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So you know the road to the manor. It's not even a road directly to the manor, but it's sort of the main road that comes from the pass that you came onto town. It's sort of the road that you follow to the abbey before you turn and then go off on the abbey road. This is like the main road that continues for like 2 days or so down further into this
Road-wise.
further into
We got
this
it.
this area, this domain that the Duchess rules over, there's a town that you will come across, and then there's a road that leads off from that town up to the Duchess's manor. That's the sort of the information you have. You don't know exactly how to get there, but you know you're like, okay, go to the town, and then there's a road that goes from the town to the manor.
Oh my god. There's towns other than Hochen.
They're just far away, like 2 days away.
2 days. Okay, let's go.
Feels like Hochen's our whole world. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Before we go, explicitly bringing food for that, at least to get us to the next town from the abbey.
Okay.
So we've got preserves and something or other.
Go ahead.
Not a lot,
Someone make an Ob1 resources check.
It's
Okay.
very successful.
You've been sort of collecting edibles and food and then sort of hiding them away in your squirrel cheeks, and so now you have enough to not comfortably last you, but you can get like 2 days of food out of it for the group. We'll say each extra success will give you 1 more day, so you have
4 days.
4 days total.
Very large
I have-
squirrel peaks, apparently.
I have foraging too if we
Ooh.
comes down to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Always
can all
hunt.
this out with some acorns, that kind of.
Okay. So
We're great.
the road, so the woods that surround sort of Hoken and this whole little area, they break after a little bit, and you come across sort of just not a forest, but like grasslands and some hills, and you can see that there's a like wall of mountains on sort of either side that form this little area, and you can see that there is a much larger forest coming up that the road is leading to. The forest you've been sort of putting around in for a couple months is like quite small compared to this one that's coming up, but essentially it looks the same. There's the same trees and the same no plants that are really growing because it's the dead of winter, but you can just sort of continue on. I'll need a roll of some sort to sort of travel safely.
Roadwise.
Helping with roadwise.
Yeah, I have orienteering. To keep us on track. I mean,
I have orienteering too, yeah.
I
I
have.
can help with kingdom wise.
That's about it. That's the only more specific one I can think that I have, unless we want to open something new. But I have no idea what that would be. Or it could just be a skill check. Observation.
I think orienteering seems
Perception.
fine. I think orienteering makes the most sense out of the listed skills.
Okay.
Roadwise and kingdom-wise could definitely help. I don't think it'll be all that difficult. It'll be... So, we'll say... Ob 2 gets you just literally follow the road. Ob 3 means you can follow the road, find a safe place to camp. Actually, no, that might be a different... Does it someone have like survival or something? We'll just keep it at Ob 2. Orienteering.
Be perfect. I would prefer Ob 2 anyways. Okay, Ob 2 orienteering. I've got 2 helps. Is there anything?
3 helps.
3 helps. Oh
2
my gosh.
roadwise, 1 kingdom-wise.
Oh my gosh, you have roadwise too?
Mm-hmm.
What?
My friends are so wise.
So
in
knowledgeable of
the web
roads.
roads. Oh my gosh, and we have extra successes.
Wee, wee, wee.
I guess. can we use that to go faster, or can we use it to find a good camping spot, like you mentioned? I have 2 extra successes.
I think you can use it to go faster so that you have more time to find a camping spot, and you can use it as an
Would it be counted
advantage.
as an advantage?
Yes.
Yeah, like a link test.
Yes.
Perfect. That did level up orienteering for me, which is also great.
Nice.
Okay, but as you... Essentially, this first day gets you sort of out of the woods that are around Hochen, across sort of this grassland, and then a good ways into this next forest as sort of the sun is beginning to peak down. You've made good time, and you know it is time to find a place to rest for the night. Does anyone have any skills that they think would be of use in
How
this
would you feel
endeavor?
about orienteering?
No.
How about hunting? Because I'm thinking like, or I was thinking like a hunting shelter or something. Like a hunter knows how to build a little.
You know how
That
to,
or I have
you know how to build
carpentry.
like a hunting blind? Carpentry! Hey,
Is there
not
like
terrible.
survival?
That's not really good for
Survival's
finding a
not
spot.
a skill that I see.
Orienteering
you're thinking
is
of-
kind of close to that.
Orienteering
Hear
is
me out,
navigating.
Logan.
Okay, I'm ready to say
Hear
no.
me out.
Yeah.
Kingdom wise.
When you're a mother with a child, you have to find a safe place for your child to play.
You cannot
And
use mother-wise or whatever.
That was a Connor level con
That
of
was
trying to lull Logan into.
there was not nearly enough lead-in with like.
It was not as
anything
best.
really related.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to give him like 3 pretty related points before you really take him off the deep end.
Yeah. I don't have my books in front of me.
I
so-
think you
gonna
could
help look.
hunt. I think it would make the ob a little harder than if you had something that fit better.
The other thing is I'm tracking, and I was thinking that could go with like finding an animal's burrow or.
Okay,
you know,
what
like-
if us? What
an
if
animal
one of
trail or
us
something.
opens safe shelter wise?
Can we just roll
What would-
roadwise and make it known that there are shelters along the roads?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Roadways can do that.
Yeah, I know a road that takes us by a cave. I do like that idea, Sarah. Very good.
And the royal foresters keep them,
That's secret,
clean
so we
and
can fork in royal secret-wise.
Yeah, Sarah's trying to. You're establishing a singular road. Sarah's establishing a known fact that the kingdom provides shelters along every road.
Yeah, I am.
Like
That's just-
every
this
door
bridge
must
re-
have a
re-review.
bridge.
I go big in my requests.
Let's see. If you wanted to use roadwise to find a cave, I think that would be uncommon.
No, I think it was we use roadwise and we make it a known fact, just like there's bridges over every gorge. There's shelters
Well, there's 2 options.
so
yeah.
far along every road.
Okay.
The Eisenhower highway system. For every so many
Yeah.
miles, there's a 1/4 mile long stretch of shelter for landing airplanes.
Or, Logan, hear me out.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So I gotta do it right. Hold on. So you know
Lead 'em
how
slowly.
when you, how when you need to find a shelter, you have about the path to get to the shelter and the way to get to the shelter.
You've
So
already
the
lost them.
elven skill of paths and ways should apply here, right?
Yeah, I just can't understand why it wouldn't apply. No.
I know.
okay.
I would say air gates, but there are no gates.
No gates.
What is a
What
road
if
that
our
leads to
own
another location?
Okay. Hunting will be ob 4. Roadwise to find a cave will be ob 2. To find a literal cave. To find a coordinated system of shelters along every road we'll do an ob 4
4.
road-wise.
Okay, let's do it.
I think
As
cave.
much as I love that idea, I think
You want
we
to go
should
for cave?
I think we
Alright.
should go for cave, guys.
I have 4 in roadwise.
You have 4 in roadwise?
Yeah, guys.
Good.
I've been
Oh my
working
god,
up for
Very
this.
you can walk in? Okay, never mind. Establish these establish these rest areas.
Guys, my
Let's
whole
do
life
it.
has been working up to this.
We are going to power level your roadwise. You have 3 persona, throw 1 in there.
You said it was
I'm
Ob
gonna
4?
help
Yeah.
you with Kingdom Wise again.
I love that.
Okay.
I
Kingdom-wise.
would like to help with.
This is why this kingdom is the best kingdom. It really makes traveling
superior.
so accessible.
It's like
With
the Roman
Wirt.
aqueducts. They have a lot of internal infrastructure.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, and you get a bonus because we have extra time.
Oh, linked test. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Wait, what else? So that's 2.
I would
I'm
like
doing
to
helping you with
use
the orienteering. So.
royal secret wise to know where the king Flagenblogen hid in a cave right around here, and that's what started.
Infamous
And-
King Flagenblock.
Yes. They call it Flagenblaven Cave.
King
Alright.
Flagenblogen can't just be staying in any old
Yes.
cave now.
So, which is why they established a Flagenblagen system of shelters and way
Yes.
stations.
Way stations. That's why I should be able to spork in a skill of paths and ways. Way stations.
I really hope it's WEIGH station.
Oh, skill and paths and ways.
It's got a standardized set of stones that you can
All
weigh
right.
anything against.
That's 4.
Yeah, 3 helps plus an advantage.
3 helps plus an advantage.
Plus,
Do we
we
feel-
can technically be careful. You have 5 bonus.
Let's be careful. So we'll get 5. I mean, I think it's worth it for us to build this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are single-handedly building these Flabberbragen.
Oh, no.
You got 2
6s.
I'm gonna re-roll. Sweet baby Jesus of the road.
Everything is
Coming
riding,
clutch.
riding on this roadwise.
You did,
Oh my
Sarah.
God.
So proud of you.
I
so
did
proud of you.
good.
With roadwise, no less.
With roadwise.
This is
Okay.
the most well-maintained road infrastructure.
Up in the mountains too. I mean, like this is impressive
Yeah.
for modern day America, let alone this kingdom.
So, you come across the, what is it, Wagenblogen way station. It is a pretty nice little, like, place off to the side. There's, like, a couple, like, spots for campfires. There's, like, a spot where you could, like, tie horses and, like, a nice little place to park your wagons. There is a, like, cabin, like maybe it seems like it's the person who like runs this way station, like maybe the caretaker. That's not a huge building, but you can see there's like a little bit of smoke coming from the chimney.
Flagenblogen's bed and breakfast.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah. Should we bother them, or should we just set up? What's our established fiction of the correct processes for taking advantage of a?
I think we introduce ourselves and just say we're gonna be staying here for a night, and that's it.
Okay.
I
I'm
think we
so
should
excited.
really, make sure that we say something, because if we get hit with a fine for not like declaring something, then
Right.
Put us in
You
bad
should
graces.
definitely declare all valuables and everything.
Declare elf.
bird feathers.
It's great. Yeah, it should be declared. Ragaire
Any cows
doesn't
recently?
doesn't adhere to declaring, so he just pulls his hood down further and like doesn't. He'll like lurk outside, but he's not gonna go into the warm, cozy place to talk to other people.
Yeah, I actually think Ada's probably pretty familiar with roads, especially in way stations. So she kind of strides on up, not bangs on the door, not too aggressively, but loud enough, and she says in her boisterous voice, she's like, "Hail, Roadmaster! We are travelers along this way, and we'll be staying here for a while. We would love to share your company if you so will it, but otherwise we will keep to ourselves."
Yeah, as you say this and sort of like knock gently on the door, you don't hit it very hard, but like the little latch like unhinges and the door swings open a little bit, but there's no callback.
Suspicious.
Yeah, she...
It is a crime to hurt the royal way station master.
Oh yeah, for sure. She definitely puts her hand on her hammer, loosens that strap a little bit, and kind of strides on in, and she says, "Roadmaster, are you here?"
Yeah, so it's not a very big cabin. It's like one room. You can see it's sort of a sleeping area. There's a couple like cots that have been sort of put up and stored on one side. There's like not really a kitchen, but like a food prep area, and there's a fire burning in the fireplace, which was the smoke you saw. And then there's like a little table that's set for two, and there's like food on it that's sort of still steaming. Maybe like some game, like a deer or something, seemed to have been hunted and prepared, but there's nobody in this cabin.
Are there footprints leading out of the door for like, to an outhouse or something that are clearly very fresh tracks?
Not blatantly that you can see. You could make a roll if you wanted to spend time investigating.
Yeah, let's observe. Shall we?
Yeah. Observe. We'll make it an It's probably easy enough to see footsteps in the snow, so we'll just make it an 1.
Very successful.
Yes, you see there are no footsteps in the snow. You're pretty confident that there have not been, it hasn't snowed all that recently, so no one has gone into this house in at least 2 days.
Okay,
is the food bad? Is the food still good?
No, the food is still warm, like steaming.
So let's look for like trapdoors under rugs.
Yeah, I don't see anything crazy like bodies hanging from the ceiling.
No, it looks like a quaint little cabin.
Are they in
It's
there?
not very quaint anymore.
We're gonna regret having made these way stations.
There's no one in here. They're not
Morrine,
supposed
you
to
know
leave their
by
posts.
law that someone is always supposed to be at these way stations, because who knows when the king is going to come through.
And need a place better than a cave.
Yes, and then the Wagenblagen will never rest in a cave again. That is the slogan of this system, and so someone has to always be at one of these.
Ada, they have to be in there.
I know someone has to be there, and no one is here.
All right, Ragaire would like to do Air of Gates to the door of the cabin.
Yes, perfect.
Someone closes the door.
Ragaire hasn't gone inside yet, so you guys are all like wandering in and out, and he'll just stand outside the door and do Air of Gates to I always have to remember exactly. The singer, you may ask one gate in his presence. What lies beyond?
Cabin doors, ob 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's very specific.
What lies beyond?
Yeah, I guess in the sense of like what conscious beings are in this.
You ask, are there doors behind this door?
How many more doors are there? Okay, I can't fork anything in. Should I use a persona?
How
Is
many
it
dice
worth
do you
it?
have?
4.
Should be okay.
Base ob 2, we said?
It naturally explodes, so you can use a fate to remove the traitor too.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yes. So you sing to this door, and I think we've established that the door sort of forms a face out of whatever material it is, and sort of looks at you with its wise wooden face. It's like an old elven grandpa of a door.
Yeah. Tell me, door. What lies beyond? Where is the caretaker?
He says.
What has happened here?
He says, "What lies beyond?" He says, "Just memories of a time far past. No caretakers."
What?
Man,
Say?
I hate that none of us are good at magic because damn.
And then it tells you that your 3 friends are inside too.
Okay.
Yeah. The 3 of us are just rampaging through this cottage.
Okay,
If
so
I-
is it an illusion to make it look like it used to look? And if so, can we detect illusions in any way?
Or is it time magic? It's
Are we
permanent, stuck in
actually
the
just
past.
in a time warp?
What
If
if we
I-
take one of these nice dishes
Yep.
and take it outside the door?
Oh, with the food on it?
Oh,
Mhm.
science.
Yeah, science.
Science.
Yeah, you take it out. It gets a little cold, but it looks like you've carried a plate of venison outside.
Okay, I'm gonna eat it.
There's 2. The offering anyone else the opportunity to dine with Morrine.
Ada's too superstitious. She does not. This is a bad place.
Yeah, we had enough food. I don't know that we want to get involved.
Marin will be our guinea pig.
Morrine, you're eating it's a very good meal.
Yeah, if nobody touches the other one,
You're gonna eat both? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep up your strength. You
Yeah.
gotta feed the girl with the achy back.
Yeah. Yeah. So you enjoy this nice meal at this nice fire, and it's just probably the best food, and you haven't really had a nice cabin meal in a while.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, I think
Well, the
despite everything,
caretaker
this is
breaking the law.
yeah. I mean, I think he has more things to worry about than just
Report
that
them to
at
the
the
bird
moment.
police.
But we can just stay in the cabin then. We don't even have to stay outside. This is great.
I mean, it seems fairly safe, so I don't disagree.
Sure, why not? Let's live on the wild side.
Okay. So you guys are sleeping inside. There's enough cots for all of you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Latch
should
that
probably do
door.
that.
Okay. Are you just all going to bed?
Should we have watch shifts?
Probably.
I think out Ragaire will definitely be
we
naturally
have to be the
wanting to do
stand-in
that.
caretakers in case King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Buffalo
You know that if
Right.
you
Okay,
come across
10-5.
the way stations can never be abandoned, but if you come across an abandoned way station, then you are contractually obligated to
Automatically.
become the caretaker. So you're gonna be fugitives in the morning.
I mean, we're gonna be
This is
fugitives
new.
the second we kill this Duchess, so we're just preempting it a little bit.
Okay.
Great.
So,
So
sleeping, someone's keeping
Marin
watch.
and I will
Okay.
we'll split watch.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ada will help keep watch too. It's not hard.
Okay. Someone roll a d4. I know
Ooh, I
we've
got it.
never rolled anything but a d6 in this game.
Yeah, that's not a dice in this game.
A 1. You take
One.
first watch, Ragaire?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear some, like, howling at night. But it's, like, multiple, and you can tell there are... It's just, it seems like normal wolves, and there's more than one of them. And they're not outside the cabin, it's, like, out in the woods.
Okay. So they're normal wolves doing normal wolf things.
For the most part, that you can tell. You also hear a loud roar of a larger animal. It's not a howl, it's a roar. But nothing
You,
comes
for a
to
moment,
the...
think it's one of Ada's snores.
Yeah.
Great. Wild beasts. Love it. I'm not worried.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's like banging at the door. And then the rest of the
Got
night passes without event.
Perfect.
That's fine. It's not our problem.
Maybe before we leave, I'm just like, make
Currently.
sure you don't leave the road. There are wolves and beasties about.
Yeah. When you guys set out in the
Beast.
morning, there's like, you can tell a large-ish bear has been sort of walking around. It was sniffing around, so maybe scratched a tree nearby, but there's no sign of it around anymore.
We have a great track history with bears.
Yeah.
Bear killers over here.
And then you guys just
Okay.
set back out.
Onward.
Very on.
Onward
Okay.
to the village.
So you set off. There's still smoke rising from this chimney as you leave. And someone make an orienteering. We'll say... This one will be Ob 3.
Okay.
Does the rule of let it ride not stand?
That was to get here, to get halfway in 2 days.
Doesn't matter. I'm just
I
gonna assume we can get all the same
open-ended-
help.
I have open-ended skill of path and ways.
Which
is
functions the same as
orienteering.
orienteering? Okay,
Yeah,
well, I can
The
just
elven
use that.
version.
That's technically better than mine.
And I have a 5.
Can we help
Oh,
you
that's-
though?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's songs. It's not. It's when I'm
Yeah.
singing. So this is a skill. So
help.
you can help.
Oh, it's not a skill song.
Well,
It's
a skill
a
song
skill song.
functions exactly like a skill.
Yes.
Spell songs function like spells.
Spell
Oh my
song.
god.
And thus you can.
It was a really unfortunate naming convention. It should never
mean-
have happened.
It's just got song as a suffix.
Yeah. Just makes it seem like I'm singing when I'm doing skill of path and ways, which I don't think I do.
Ours.
I've been
You
singing
learned
this
it
whole
through
time,
song.
guys.
You're singing it in your head.
Okay, so I'll do skill of path and ways / orienteering. And you said ob 3.
Odd 3.
I'll help with Kingdom Wise again.
Roadwise.
I will help with orienteering. I don't really want to, but I will.
Okay. And can I fork in tracking? Or roadwise or any of
Yeah.
these things I have.
Are wise about roads.
I'm so wise about these roads. I created these roads. Okay, stop 3. Let's go.
God! Because it exploded.
Oh my god.
Just my day.
God.
We should have been traveling this whole time.
Connor could roll that on faith rolls.
If only I could
He
get
can.
+5 advantage on faith rolls, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
That would help too.
You make it there in record time.
Yeah, we're what, 70% faster?
She,
Sounds
yeah.
like we should not
She
be in this
sings
forest
through
anymore.
time.
And she sings you a merry tune, and you march at a full
I'm like,
sprint.
hop, 1, 2, 1, 2, get out of here. There's some.
Okay. So you are just booking it through this forest. You come up over a hill, and you now see a town sort of spread out beneath you. This town is considerably larger than Hochen. It even has a wall sort of running all the way around it. You can
Oh
see
my god,
the
civilization.
buildings here are a bit bigger. There's a couple 2-story ones. There's a couple stone buildings. And It's just
So this is where Morrine has her two-story house.
it is just a welcome sight after Hochen. Morrine, you know this town as Yuzan. It's the largest town in the duchy. Each of the towns in this duchy have a sort of count associated with them. Stravit is for Hochen. This one
Was.
This is Count Popov, and his manor is actually inside of the town. That's sort of the knowledge that you know of the town without a roll. But the road just sort of continues on up into the town. You guys make a good time, so it's probably early afternoon.
Still daytime.
Yeah, early afternoon.
Are there just people? Like, are there people in the streets?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're still a ways away, but you can see movement, people running around.
Okay, so let's set ground rules. 1, keep a low profile. 2,
Have you seen these guns?
Ada. Ada, you're just gonna have to keep them wrapped up, all right? This is not an open carry village.
Yeah, I hear that all the time.
2, we're here for business. Let's get in and get out. Not so much a ground rule, but 3, try to find information on the whereabouts of the Duchess. See if we can find any rumors of, oh, man, she just came here yesterday. Wow, we can't believe we saw the Duchess, etc., etc.
I'll keep my hood on.
Okay. How, I guess we need to find the road that leads to the manor. So, we could try and find that information here, or we can make our best guess. Depends how low of a profile you want to keep, Brother Wirt.
I think it's just important that we don't name ourselves or give away anything too identifying, because we don't know what Yuzan
is the town.
What Yuzan knows about what happened in Hochen.
Oh, probably very little.
5 months ago. That's a ways to travel, but surely somebody's heard something at this point.
I don't know. Those forest beasts could have been feasting on everybody who came through. But okay,
saying,
low profile, guy.
Just not to be insensitive or anything. Maybe a one-armed lady knight would stand out from the crowd and be recognizable as, oh wait, didn't you kill that other count?
She just egged on the crowd. I think the crowd tore Lord Stravit limb from limb.
It's...
I'm just an enabler.
Yeah. That's not illegal.
Fine.
I think there was a priest who gave a speech at that.
I'm just saying the fake news media perhaps could have portrayed something that happened at this insurrection as not what actually happened. Peaceful gathering of protesters.
And I are gonna hang out, and you normies are gonna talk to the people.
I like
I'm just
awkwardly
saying,
put arm
be
over
careful.
Morrine's shoulder.
Avoid the ouchie back.
It's mostly healed.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ground rules
gotta get out
set.
of
You
this
guys are
forest.
strolling into town. Let's see. Who among you is the most observant?
Ragaire.
Observant or perceptive?
Yeah.
Either way, it's probably Ragaire.
I
have
think
a 5 in
observation is
Whoa.
against someone. Where
Which
perception,
human
I have
amongst
5
you has the highest perception?
A human. Okay, mine's 5 for perception.
Mine's 4.
4.
Okay, so Ada,
6.
yes, you see this, you just don't think it's anything out of the unusual. Whereas Ada,
Oh.
you guys are still approaching the gates. You're not into town by any means, and there doesn't seem to be really any buildings outside of the walls. But you can tell that there's not a commotion going on, but like it seems like there's something like you see people running around and you see people like hanging things on buildings, like decorations almost.
Oh my gosh, is there a festival happening?
Oh, good gosh. I have no way of figuring out what's going on. I don't have a good skill to try and test.
Can I like look far and describe to them what exactly is being like hung up in more detail?
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Yeah.
just, you can see people.
Okay.
You don't even have to roll for this. I'll just relay the information through you. But like, you see people sort of going up. You see garland being like strung for like across roads, and like things are being held on like little poles. It's not like grand they're not like rolling out carpets and whatnot, but there seems to be that people are decorating for something, and you see people are sort of like running around town. It seems to be a little more lively than really you've experienced in the duchy for the entire time you've been here.
Yeah. Yeah, Ada definitely relates to that. She's kind of like, there's something going on. I don't know. Is there a festival, kingdom-wise, lady? Is there I don't remember
I
a
don't know
holiday.
that much about what
Could be a
Lord
local.
Popov likes to do, but
Yeah.
I would guess if the Duchess hasn't visited her house in a long time, that maybe if she did happen to visit her house, the people would be very excited about that.
I mean, all three of you know, or I guess the two of you from this king, like, this isn't a hall. There's nothing special about today, and there's no, like, big upcoming, like, spring festival or anything like that.
Yeah, well,
Can
it's
I
not
roll
spring anyways.
etiquette to determine what's happening?
Yeah.
What's the op?
Etiquette. Let's say... where is
You can
E in
tell by the
alphabet?
coat of arms or whatever has been being hung.
For a... we'll call this a... I don't know, obtu, a baronial lord. There's a baron that lives in this town.
Okay, and then I'm gonna fork in kingdom wise. I think that's it.
Okay.
Up to?
Yep. Nice. Yeah. They are stringing white flowers, which is a traditional wedding
Oh
decoration.
my gosh. There's a wedding. That's so exciting. I remember
Oh.
when Alvin and I got married.
I'm sure that was a happy day for someone.
Just think about it. She had 2 arms back then.
We really need to hear the
No,
tale of
I
that
didn't.
love
I think
story.
she'd already lost it.
I thought that was later in life. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I could go into my life story, but the king basically disowned me because I lost my arm and then married me off to Alvin.
And there were
But
white
it was
flowers.
still a happy day. And there,
It was not a
And
happy
there
day, but it
were
became
white
a happy day.
all right.
Got it.
Well,
Let's
that
go
could
crash a wedding.
be good cover, or
Who could be
just
getting married?
just keep hopefully keep everyone in good spirits, I guess. But let's head on in.
Okay. It becomes strikingly apparent from the first person you see. Every single person in this town is emaciated. Like, deathly skinny, no muscle. Like, people in Hochen are skinny from the lack of food. These people are much, much worse. But you would never tell it from the grins on their faces as they're running around decorating this town. You are also overcome with a sickly, sweet, terrible odor of something rotting that is permeating this town.
No.
It's like, let's turn around. I'm done.
Back to our happy town and happy things.
We're gonna go around this wall.
We thought traveling was gonna be fun.
I don't know why anybody thought that. That's clearly a mistake.
Someone runs up to you and they're like,
I thought it was gonna be simple.
are you in town for the wedding? And they're like putting lays of like flowers onto you. They're like,
How are these flowers existing in the winter, first of all?
they are winter flowers, Sarah.
They're a perennial flower blessed
Are
by
they
the
black
gods.
magic
You would
flowers?
understand that, you elf. Ada is like, yes, we heard in passing. We thought we might visit, but we're not sure if we'll be able to stay. Whose wedding is it?
Lord Popov, of course. And Lady Agath.
Lady Agath. Okay.
Who dat?
Yeah. I've heard of Lord Popov, but Lady Agath, is she from another township?
No, she came when the winter started, and she's just something else. Lord Popov is summoning her for the wedding.
Summoning, you say?
That's
Um,
great.
Oh, yes, I mean, yes, she doesn't live here in the village. She watches over our village. Please come. And they're like pulling you into town and telling you all about how this winter came to Yuzan, and it was a hard winter. But Lady Agath, she's changed everything. She's taught them the proper ways on how to survive this winter. As they're
The
pulling
winter's
you
a blessing now.
in, yeah, winter is a blessing now. As you are pulled into this town, this stench is becoming
Jonas.
overwhelming, but it does not seem to affect anybody in this town.
Breathe through my mouth.
Yeah, you can taste it. And they are telling you all about how Lady Agath has taught them just how sinful they were before, and how they've really turned their lives around. And then they're
Lady
like,
Agath, wait. What about the great Lord
Popov?
Tudum, who is
Oh,
the
Tudum
deity?
can't spare
of-
time for little old Yuzan. That's Lady Agath has taken heed of our village. And they sort of, you are on this road, and you like are around this corner into this very well decorated plaza of the town. Like there are flowers everywhere. There's like torches that are like illuminating the place, and there is a very large mound, like 50 feet across, probably 20 feet high, of just rotting food in the middle of this town.
I was expecting worse, honestly. So that's
Yeah,
a
it's not
relief.
so bad.
Yeah.
Recognizable like vegetables and
Yeah,
like dishes.
meat.
Okay.
Like platters of food thrown onto it, vegetables. There's like a significant puddle of frozen liquid around it that has been like just coming off of it and freezing in the winter. And then there's like a like sculpted from food. You can see there's like a sculpture of some sort on the top of this pile, and like a little like blankets and coverings have been put
Looks
on
like
it.
a lady. Oh.
It's roughly human shaped, yeah.
Does she have 8 breasts?
No. She's quite beautiful for a statue made out of rotting food.
Everything you say makes everything worse. Ragare's like, humans are fucked up. I don't know what this is about. I think Ragaire goes up to Ada and is like, Ada, is this normal? Are all humans like this?
No, Ragaire, this is not normal. We have met more not
What-
normal. in
what
the
am I
last 6
looking at
months than
here?
I've ever met not normal in my entire life.
Does there seem to be, is anyone in charge, or is it just like little minions running around? doing-
Just like townspeople, they're decorating, and like more people see you and they like run up to you and are like, oh my goodness, visitors! I knew word of the wedding was gonna get out. Are you from the country? And then they're just sort of like telling you about Lady Agath and Lord Popov.
Yeah, I guess Ada asks eventually, like, what's up with the offerings? Is this for the wedding?
Offerings?
Is this for Lady Agath?
What offerings?
She points at the food
This lovely
pile.
statue.
Oh, they're like in hushed tones, like the woman who's sort of been like leading you. She's like, "Those aren't offerings. We had to get rid of it. Lady Agus taught us the ways." And then they like smile returns to you, and she says, "So those are not offerings. Those are us living in the light."
Why not discard it outside of town?
She looks at you and like cocks her head, and it's like your question just doesn't make sense to her. She's like, "Why would we put it out of town?"
Well, you've learned to live in the light. If this is no longer necessary, so why keep it in town?
Oh, for Lady Agus, of course.
I think that technically constitutes an offering, but we won't get into that.
Is the Lord taking visitors to congratulate him on the wedding pre-event?
Oh, I mean, everyone in town will be there. I'm sure you can. You could probably see him. I mean, I've seen him running around this morning.
What does he look like?
She describes a middle-aged, benign-looking nobleman to you.
Perfect.
You could probably pick him out of a crowd.
Well, we would love
How
to try
emaciated
and
is
give
he in
him
relation?
greetings in person. It's what is the way to his manor, his holdings?
I mean, she points you sort of down the road, like one of the main roads from this little plaza area, leads to like a walled section, like like a small wall around a larger building inside of the city wall. And she's like, "Oh, that is the Popov Manor." You can see there's people sort of coming in and out, like decorating, like putting stuff all over, but there's no like procession of Lord Popov like, coming out of it.
Well, we will just take our leave, and we'll definitely be back for that wedding. Very excited.
She's like, "Oh, well, the wedding's tonight."
Toodles! Yeah, we're gonna go that way now.
Oh, okay.
He starts walking away.
Okay, group hug. I have an idea.
Group hug. How do we keep a low profile?
This is not our problem, but also these people are fucked up.
Well, this is not our problem, but you know what? It could be our solution.
Our solution to what?
You know how Hochen's really shitty? Just need
This
to
place
co-opt
seems shittier.
this city. No, well, it's just shittier because the people.
Yeah.
Go on.
Get rid
Other
of people
people
and take
Move
town.
Hochen to here. Yeah, perfect.
I don't think that's really how that works.
Nope, let's deal with winter. Winter is clearly the underlying theme here. We should deal with the whole winter.
But winter isn't happening everywhere.
Yeah, but what if
Eventually
they
we'll
summon
get around
this
it.
lady
at snow.
and we have a demon we suddenly have to deal with? We can't even deal with a duchess. You think we can deal with a demon?
Okay, well,
a
yeah,
full-fledged
let's just-
demon that's been summoned?
If everybody's gonna be at this wedding tonight, it's the perfect time to break into the Duchess's house.
Yeah, great.
Well,
I can
of
agree
course,
with
I mean,
that.
the Duchess's manor is not attached to this village.
I thought it was in this village. That's what you guys told me.
No, that's Popov's house.
No.
Popov's
Popov's
manor is in the
The
village.
Duchess's manor is still like a day away, right?
No,
Or,
it's
like,
it's not in the village, but it's like probably like maybe an hour outside of town, up
Yeah.
a hill.
The perfect opportunity.
Yeah, so
we're
great.
gonna have to go back through this village though on our way back, though, right?
We
can
don't
go
want
around
to.
I am. Yes. Keeping a low profile, I think, involves not talking to anybody here ever again because they stress as fuck. Alright, so let's hightail it, go to the Duchess's estate, and then when we have to walk through here, we just walk around here.
Sounds good to me.
And the sooner we do that, the better.
smells real bad here.
Not a good smell. It's a bad smell.
Let's go. Are you okay, Ada?
I don't like it. I mean, either way, these people will be hurt. They've already been hurt somehow.
We are struggling.
Well, we don't
enough
have any
to keep
weapons.
Hochen alive and taken care of. This is far too big of a problem for us to handle at this junction. I agree. They need help, and it saddens me to leave a place in need. But we can't save Hochen if we fall victim to this place.
Plus, maybe we'll get some tools at the Duchess's manor that might help us help them. Because right now, literally, Ragaire like opens his hands. Is
You
like,
have a pipe
got a
filled
knife.
with like sand or something.
Ooh, we still have some black blood.
I have black blood. Why didn't I think about that?
That's what we
That'll
all
solve
needed.
everyone's
That
problems.
makes every
Yeah,
problem
for sure.
a lesser problem.
It definitely changes the problems that are in front of you.
transforms all.
It does.
I'll just put it in
It
the water
makes the
before
one
we
problem
go.
in front of you no longer the one problem in front of you.
It's true. Ada spits on the ground and says, "Fine. We'll leave this place. But if it becomes a bigger problem, I reserve the right to hold it over all of you."
Well,
Sounds perfectly just. And
I think if
Like
we
you.
were ignoring a solution, that would be fair, Ada. But we're not ignoring a solution.
Yeah, so ignoring people in need is just always justified if there's not an obvious solution right in front of you, Wirt. Your philosophical logic is impeccable as always, but
Now, Ada,
She
is
starts
that really?
walking.
Yeah, he walks with her. Is that really fair? I think all of us should be aware of the fact that we have all been on death's door multiple times trying to save a village from a rather clandestine and difficult to understand threat. This is, in my opinion, far more powerful, far more malicious, and on a much larger scale. As I said, it does sadden me to leave this village behind, but we need to work where we can do the most good for the most people. And there are people in Hochen we can help. There are
there
not.
definitely seem to
here
be
that we
more
can
people
help.
here, and so far we haven't really helped Hochen very much. But I mean, we're not even willing to investigate what's up with this Lord Popov. But I mean, it's fine. It was a group decision.
Yeah. Ada, I'm sorry that the group has decided to move on from this. I understand it is important to you, and I would make a promise to you. We will come back and we will revisit this. We will not leave these people to die and to be tortured by some awful demon. You have my word.
I appreciate that, Wirt. We'll just have to see what happens.
Okay, and as you guys set off down the road toward the manor, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in an exact 10 minutes to see
always.
what is at the Duchess's manor. We'll be right back. And we're back. We have 1 cup of tea and 1 pillow. We are ready to go. Okay, so you guys are on a road, headed up to a manor. You can see it, but once you're out of town, it's on sort of a pretty large hill. It is called the manor. It's more of a castle, more of a keep type situation, but you can see it. You can walk to it.
As we try to walk.
Should we be sneaky?
Dare I Arab gates to this castle?
I think you dare.
Can you even?
I don't know what the ob is on castle. It's probably like 6.
It's probably like
Yeah.
5 or something.
Castle Gate, Ob 6.
It's open-ended.
It is open-ended. I could use a fate. Get us a little closer.
I mean,
Or we can just sneak.
I think we do both. Sneak up to it and then Arab gates.
What could go wrong?
Nothing goes wrong
everything-
for us ever.
I know.
I mean, sneaking is definitely a good idea.
Is there
Yeah.
a stable?
Yeah, probably.
Well, first of all, are there signs of life? Like, are there any tracks? Are there moose tracks? Are there wolf tracks?
Is there smoke at the castle?
Yes. I mean, you're still far away, but like you can see, yeah, you can probably see smoke. You probably can't see much more. There are no tracks on the road that you're on at the point of the road that you're on right now. But yeah, I mean, the
Only
castle
some
has
that
a
we
good
maintained.
number of chimneys, and there is smoke coming from some of them.
Cool. I say we circle the castle and just like see who's around. Look for tracks, see who's there.
Okay. So who's
I
all...
want to specifically look for secret wolf entrances.
Okay. So are you all going as a group to sneak around?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that'll be stealthy.
Sure.
Who wants to
Perhaps
roll?
could I interest you in an inconspicuous? I just put on my Orkin hard hat and like a little spray can and just walk the grounds. Give somebody a nod when they walk by.
You will be seen if you are inconspicuous. Where stealthy, you are
He's a man of
avoiding
faith.
being seen
In
entirely.
stealthy, we're gonna fail and be seen anyway, right? Like, what do we think?
Probably,
the group's
because I only got it
chances?
2.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm.
How do we do group stealth?
Is it the
Use
worst?
the
Then everyone
lowest.
helps.
Yeah.
I'm
My-
actively learning it,
I am
so
too.
I'm the only sneaking bee in this group.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's time for you to Lone Ranger.
All right. Well,
Go
I'll
stealth
Lone
and come
Ranger.
back to
Y'all,
us.
y'all go charm the group, and I'm gonna go
Charm the
suss
group.
this out.
Okay. Stealthy.
We'll charm the door for you to make your Arab gates.
Yeah.
3 stealthy to do like just a quick once around, avoid being seen. If you want to
Yeah, I
get
could not.
closer, like, and go up against the wall and like be able to look really close, more than just like check it out, it'll probably be 4.
If I fork in like tracking, will that help my results in the sense that I'll like get a sense of like how many people are around or anything like that? Or would that just be like
I
taking the higher ob?
I think this lets you be unseen, and then once you're unseen, you can do something like that. Like, so almost like a linked test.
Capiche. Capiche. Got it. Okay. So you said 3 was just stealthy around the castle.
Yeah, like
But
sticking in the
4
tree line, and 4 is like up against the building, looking
Mission
around.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Got it. Hmm. Go big or go home. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do op 4, but I'm gonna fork in. observation. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay. If I make it open-ended, that's a fate beforehand. No, that's something I can't do unless faith. I don't know why I
Yes.
imagined
If
it.
you roll a 6, you can make it open-ended.
Yes, that's it. So
So
you have to
reroll
roll
6s.
first. Capiche. Got it. Persona or not a persona? I'll do a persona. I got 3. I'm not used to that.
Well, you got 2. You are used to that. Nice.
Whoa!
Nice. Yeah. So you are up against this wall. No one seems to have noticed you at all. And you don't have some time. You can look around, so you can take an advantage on your the investigation check of whatever type.
For that investigation, I guess that's just, we'll make it like tracking.
So you want to see if anyone's coming and going from sort of anywhere that's not even the door.
Yeah, I want to see like where the flow of traffic has been. Like, are there a lot of people? Are there not a lot of people? Are they human? Are they moose that turn into wolves that turn into humans?
Yeah.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
We do, and no answers. Absolutely none.
Okay.
So I just want to like establish a baseline.
Yeah. Ob 3.
Ob 3. Okie dokie, smoky. Alright, well, let me.
And remember, you have your trait, your special trait when you're doing something by yourself.
Oh, that's right. It's a call on, though.
Is it a call on or is it a die trait? I don't
It might be a
remember.
die trait. You're
It's
right.
a call on.
It's a call on.
Okay. So it doesn't matter yet.
But I am by myself.
Yes.
Oh.
You check that box.
Okay. Check that box. Okay, so I'll do tracking. Can I fork in stealthy still, or is that just going to count as my advantage die?
You have the advantage from the link test.
Okay. And then I will fork in observation again.
Okay.
So that's 2. No, Artha. Base op 3.
Mhm.
Oh my god. What is this life?
Nice. Yeah. You see some game trails, like maybe some deer, and they sort of come pretty close to the building, which is unusual for deer. But you don't see. You are 100% certain no one has come or gone from anywhere in this building, like around the outside in a while. There's no like you can get down and look at
They're
the ground.
secret tunnels or they're flying.
Correct. But from the front, the road is a little more packed, so it's harder to tell. No one's come recently, but you can't really tell when the last person to come was. But like, you're pretty confident there's no like, this wall goes up and someone's come and gone from this side of the building.
And it's not like anybody has gone out for firewood and like come back inside the castle or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
start.
There's like inside the wall, there's like a little courtyard area. But you haven't been in there. You don't see if there's any tracks in there, but like around the out of the
I'm
perimeter.
along the wall of not the. I'm on along the outer wall.
It's not giant, so most of what you've gone around is the building itself, but there is a wall that envelops a courtyard on the front section.
Got it. And to get in, is that door like locked, open?
Yeah, the gate's
Does it look
open.
like that gate is open. Does that make my air of gates easier if I go up to I go through the wall and I get closer to the keep?
I would argue it's not even a gate at that point. It's just a hole.
No, I mean the gate is open. There is still a
Okay.
front door.
Yeah. Well, I guess unless you guys want to do, what are you guys up to?
Waiting for you to
waiting for
report
you to
back.
come
Yeah.
back.
We are
I like
twiddling
look
our
around.
thumbs.
I'm like expecting you guys to have like gone up and start talking like the way you usually do, and then you never come up the road. And I'm like, where are they? I go back down. I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't seem like a lot of people have been coming and going unless they're flying or going underground. I couldn't tell much more than that. Unless we wanted to like really break and enter into the castle.
I mean, yeah, I think we need to be inside territory at this point. Is it best to announce our presence or not?
Are we trying to steal things?
Well, that's the thing. Like, we can, again, try and sneak, probably somewhat unsuccessfully, at least at the moment. Or we can, oh, look, we're looking for a meeting with the Duchess. We come from so-and-so, and we have news of such and such. And maybe we're a loud audience, and like, oh, well, she'll be here tomorrow. Come wait in the guest chambers. And we at least have entry, and if people see us around, that's not inherently suspicious.
She hasn't been
And
to,
you
like,
leave.
isn't it common knowledge that she hasn't been to her house in years?
We
I-
were told something of the sort that like
Yeah.
she hasn't been home.
What if
Yeah.
we? What if we kill all of her staff and then just take what we need to take?
Very direct solution to the problem. I like the initiative. Let's maybe pocket that one and come back to that later.
That's our plan Z.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's work on the A, B, C, D, E, F.
When all you have is a sword, every problem is a person to kill. But you don't even
What if
have a
we
sword.
don't have any swords
Yep.
anymore?
We don't even have a sword.
I have a lance.
Only Ada has a hammer.
So, do we act as emissaries from somewhere else? Not knowing that the Duchess does not travel? Are we perhaps from the capital, delivering news and not knowing where the Duchess is at any given moment? We've traveled for...
Are any of us
month
good
to
at
be here?
lying?
I mean, I would rather us roll the dice on lying than stealthing.
One of us is. You guys can
Okay.
get in no matter how. Just open a window and I'll pop in through that window later on.
Sure. Yeah, we can go halvesies on this too.
Yeah, I mean, I could try and sneak with Ragaire while you two talk your way through the front, or I can support you in your falsehood.
We're just travelers who got lost who are seeking shelter for the
This
night.
is a way station, right?
Humans fall for that. Yeah, it's just a big way station.
We're only an hour from another town that's probably visible from where we are.
It is
Yep.
now actively getting dark. And it smells of rotted meat.
True, we were
I would
scared of
like
the
to
village.
be on team pop off, pop in.
What does that mean? Okay. Okay, Ada, yes. Ada says, okay, Ragaire, you will sneak in from outside. We will go in the front. We'll pretend to have news from the capital. You have a knight who has connections to the capital. They're the messenger. I am simply I'm a squire now. Squire and blacksmith. And the man
Just
at
a
the
part-time job.
I know the area, and I am here to guide people through. I'm from the abbey up by Hochen.
Sure.
Short trek.
Yep.
Easy to do. Okay, cool.
Sounds great.
What news do we bring?
They don't need to know because it's only for the Duchess to hear.
I feel like it needs to be really like formal and official if we do that, because then like we have to have Like, you know, some
Be
level of
polite
clearance.
and
to
not
know
make
those
it too
things.
complicated.
Sure, I'm just
I
looking for
can do formal and
contingencies.
official. I just can't do lying.
What news do you bring? Use on fact.
That's right. You've got what a
Etiquette
mind
and-
for like script and
Bureaucracy.
bureaucracy. Yeah. Okay. So do we have like a seal of the king, or of some other people that matter that we can like seal a
These
letter and
people.
be?
They won't know. Well, maybe they will, but that's
I
fine.
can
We
imagine
just
there's
have
a castellan.
Make an Ob 1 etiquette check to see if you have a seal of the kings.
Yeah. I have sworn homage and a mark of privilege. Would I
Okay,
does
you
that make
you have a
possible?
mark of privilege. That's fine.
Wow. Thanks.
Mark of privilege is like you've got the eyes of a noble or the bone structure of a Habsburg.
Yeah, she's identifiably noble.
Yeah. Okay.
I have +2
And thus
the
reputable.
affiliation with nobility. I'm noble as shit.
Nice.
Okay,
Wouldn't have known that about you.
it's because she's killed the one noble you get, and she's in a feud to the death
Killed
with
the
the
one
other one.
noble. Oh, yeah,
Ragaire
really
leans
does
over and
have
whispers
nobility.
to Ada and is like, Morrine's a noble? What? How does that
That's
work?
how
I'm
it works
confused.
for humans. I thought that was kind of the same for elves.
No.
Nobles tend to be warriors, high-level warriors. That's what knights are.
It's totally different.
It's
That's
100%
not
different.
true.
Okay.
Ragaire, go hide in the woods.
Okay.
One with the shadows.
Love you too!
You're currently a wanted elf, so I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay, so the other group. You are just approaching the front door and knocking?
Sure.
Yeah.
More or less.
You're going. Wait.
Ada will
What's
knock
her-
for
what's
her
Okay. Yes.
noble
Okay.
liege.
Squire bodyguard.
Squire bodyguard knocks on
That
the
strange
door.
priest who knows the way.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
yourself. Great. Easy.
Perfect.
Okay. There's a little doorbell that you pull and it like sort of chimes in the building. Just a couple moments pass and then the door opens and you see a older gentleman. He gives you a pleasant smile and he's like, "Oh, what warm faces do we have here on this cold step?"
My name is not important, but I am here
Don't
to
say that.
introduce.
Your name is important.
Sir, do not interrupt me as I introduce my Lady Beaumont, who is here on official business with the Duchess.
Make an Ob 1 etiquette.
That's true. Ada probably has the most country bumpkin ass voice of this. She is got etiquette nowhere in sight. That is for sure. Let me just add that in. Anyone know off the top of their head what that is? Probably Will.
It's perception and will. It looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Still don't use perception for that.
There's no way it is. Otherwise, I'd have a 3 and I have a 2, which makes it just perception.
For some reason, I have it in my burner as both, but I don't know.
Etiquette
Maybe I'm
is
wrong.
will perception.
Well, then I guess I have an etiquette of 3, guys.
You round it down.
No, yeah. You don't get to pick when it's. You only get to pick when you're learning.
I
'Cause
think
you
you
have
can
to
do the
roll in
average and
individual
then round it down.
skills.
Yeah.
But when you're burning, you average and round down. That's why, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
the
disappointing.
You gotta remember these rules. They're so important.
We rolled these characters like 6 years ago.
Accurate.
Not even close.
Functionally
Well, I
the same
definitely
amount of time.
Tried to roll that, and I did roll it, and I failed.
Okay, yeah, you try to just announce Morrine, and he's just like, we'll get there. What are all of your names?
Brother Wirt of the Abbey of Lachlan, it's a pleasure to meet you. What is your name,
Good
sir?
to meet you. I'm Albert.
Albert?
Albert.
That's so funny. I'm an abbot.
He gives a hearty laugh.
He's all the bit, not
Okay.
just a little.
He says, who do you have with you here, Brother Wirt of the Lachlan Abbey?
May I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Morrine Beaumont here on official business.
Morrine Beaumont,
As stated.
of the esteemed Beaumont estate.
I just look at her.
It's not very esteemed anymore, but yes. It was at one point.
Yes.
We're like, is it a Steve?
Perfect. He's like, I've heard tale of your heroism. And you, this one intent on formality, what is your name?
I am Ada, the squire of the lady.
Ada, I would recognize a squire if I saw one. And I don't think you're a squire, but why don't you all come on in? It's cold out here.
It's a career change, asshole.
I'm a non-traditional student, alright?
So he
So what if I had a kid when I was 16?
ushers you
and
all
now I'm going to
inside,
college?
closes the heavy door, and he says,
Can we kill him?
like,
Yes.
now, what brings you here to my home? It's been a while
Look
since
at
we've
Morrine.
had a visitor. I fear Adelaide's not here if you're looking for her.
Adelaide. Is that
What a
the
name.
name of the Duchess of this
Oh,
place?
yes, I'm sorry. Duchess. The Duchess of this household. The Adelaide. He sort of... I'm expecting her back any time now.
Well, that is good then, because we have news from her from the court, which is why the knight Morrine was sent here.
Hmm.
From the capital of Tudum Strait.
Well, it was a long ride. You must be famished. Please, would you have dinner with me? It's been so lonely since Adelaide left. It's been a
Here.
week or so, and I've been so holed up.
It's been a week.
Give or take a couple days, yeah.
Yes, we would
That
love
is-
to break bread with you and share salt and drink wine, as is the custom of this land, and we graciously accept your protection into your household.
Yes, formalities. I extend my protection. Please share salt with me. There's like a small bowl of salt, and he like picks it up and throws it. And he's like, please.
Do as is accustomed.
Yep. He's like, would you like a place to leave your bags? You can bring them to dinner.
Well,
That's where they
If-
keep their formal wear.
you are not sure when the Duchess will be arriving.
Oh,
would be,
any time now. I'm sure of it.
Most reasonable to provide us with lodging. I can only expect, as we've been on the road
Yes.
quite some time.
Of course, but dinner first, as is custom.
Of
As
course.
a squire, you would know this, I'm sure. You must eat with someone before you are
I
given
mean, I was
lodging.
insinuating that lodging would be a good place to put our things, but that is
Hmm.
apparently of lesser import.
Okay, you can leave them there. I'll see to them. He's already like whistling and like walking off. He's like, dinner will be this way soon.
Wirt is with him and polite,
Yeah. It's like,
etiquetely.
now, Brother Bart, you said you were from Lachlan, is it?
Yes.
I can't say I'm quite familiar with it. Is it? It's not. It's not a duchy nearby, is it?
No, we're far to the north. You may know
Oh, far
me
to
from
the
the
north.
Abbey near Hochen.
Yes.
I'm an abbot there. Yes.
Yes.
And Lachlan is my homeland. I've been here for, near a decade now.
Nice. Well, that abbey is just quite a good for that town.
We like to think that we do quite good by the people who are there. We appreciate their support and their outreach as we work to further our mission and help the peoples of the world.
Yes. It's good work that you do there. And he sort of like pats you on the shoulder. It's like, I haven't paid a visit there in some time. I've been meaning to get out and go down there. Maybe I'll stop by and see you next time I'm out.
Yes, that would be delightful. We would always welcome you. Unfortunately, our abode is far more modest than yours, but we will break bread with you and host you in every way we possibly can.
He sort of looks around at like all of the tapestries and he leans and he says, "It's a little gaudy if you ask me, but Adelaide loves to dress up the place." But he gives another laugh and sort of like tugs on one of the tapestries.
We'll chuckle, but not otherwise.
Who is this man?
What are the other two of you doing?
I am going to be following this. And as we kind of arrive at the dining hall, I'm going to ask him, "Sir Butler, is there a powder room? A lady needs to freshen up after some time on the road."
He's like, yes, of course. It's been a while since we've had a visitor, but it should all be prepared. He's like, it would be, I think, upstairs on the first floor. And he's like, 2 doors on the left. There's a rose on the door.
Perfect.
Do you need to freshen up too?
Oh, please, whatever is...
Oh, he was looking at Ada, but if you would like to go to the...
I will escort my lady. We will freshen up together as women never freshen up alone.
Okay.
Universal law.
Wirt stays with Albert.
Sean is not used to this universal law, but he will abide by it currently.
Okay. So Wirt is staying with Albert. The two of you are going to the powder room.
No.
Ada wants to find a way to let Ragaire in, really.
Okay. You can find a window. Are you just gonna open it, or are you gonna be like, wow, it's sure drafty in here, open the window, or try and do it sneakily?
Ada's just gonna open it.
Okay.
She might do it sneakily. What's the ob?
Just an ob, too.
Sure, why not? Let's try. I've already failed in front of this man before.
First fail
I've
of the day,
failed
too.
too many times. He has signed his death sentence. Okay.
Quickly approaching Plan Z.
Yep. I guess
This
I'll
is the
do
pop
it.
off and pop out plan.
You
I
failed an
will
ob 1 test, and you're now
do
ready to
it
kill everybody.
carefully. Do you want to help me, Morrine? Okay, that's fine. Go powder your nose. I have failed. Sarah stole all my luck.
I did nothing.
Okay. You open this window a little hard, and it jams, and so Ragaire can get in. No one sees you, but you can't close the window.
I can mend that window.
No, your consequence is you can't close the window.
I can mend that
Okay,
window.
you slam it open, and the pane of glass pops out and shatters outside of the window.
Mend that glass. It's called duct tape.
But
Ragaire
you
hears
can
the
enter.
sound of
Yep.
shattering glass.
You know that's the work of Ada.
Tis you.
Do I
No one
have to
cares
do
about
anything
this
to get
window.
in this window?
No.
Okay, great. I'll join you guys in the powder room.
Okay, well, you're just in a
Okay,
living
no.
room right now. The powder room's upstairs.
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Great.
Okay. It's easy enough to find the room that he described.
I don't really care for the powder
How
room.
many rooms are there, and are any of them unlocked?
There are a lot of rooms. You don't know if any of them are unlocked by looking at them.
They're not like the doors aren't open. I guess that's my question. Are they
There's a
all the
couple.
doors shut?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple rooms with doors open in them. But I would say most of them are probably shut. You can see there's also a third and then a fourth floor. The staircase goes up and up and up.
This
Oh my
lady
gosh.
is so extra.
Do all of the doors? He said that the powder room had a rose on it. Did they all have symbols on them?
No, a couple of them do, but it's not like they're all icon coded.
I think I'm gonna scoot on up those next 2 floors and just get a little
Go for it.
lay of the land.
Okay. You're trying to do that unseen?
Yes.
Okay. Please make a stealthy. You're trying to do
What's
both
my odds?
floors?
Perhaps when Ragaire comes in, I'm going to just let him know that I'm going to hang with Wirt. We're gonna try and keep what's his name busy. Look for anything important. I don't know, come up with a signal, or have Morrine come and get me if you think you found an artifact or
Okay.
something. I'm the only one with artifact wise.
You'll like trade
feel
out
like-
essentially.
Oh, I want walkie-talkies so bad.
You stay quiet.
What about bee talkies?
He doesn't have that power yet.
I can lower no, that doesn't work at all. Just kidding. Yeah. Ragaire's like, I'll come find whoever's on this floor and tell them what I see.
Yeah, just don't show yourself to the guy we never introduced you to.
Yeah, no, I won't. You will see nothing, and I
Okay.
fade into the shadow.
Perfect.
Adios, amigos.
To get
So
around this
stealthy.
ob 4.
Okay. To get to both floors.
Mhm.
Real quick.
Yes.
Ob 4.
There seems to only be the one staircase, so it's like if anyone's coming down,
Okay.
you can't really like jump off the staircase and take a side route.
Got it. I will stealthy, forking in observation. And then I will use a persona. Because why not? It's meant to be used and it just scares me. 4.
Mm-hmm.
1-6.
1-6. You can spend a fate if you want.
It's happened before. It could happen
It's
again.
happened before. It could happen again.
Sure, why not? Sure, why not? That's the
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay. So you get up 3rd floor, no problem. Up on the 4th floor, you look around. You're like, I am silent as a shadow. I'm Ragaire. I am unseen. And then
Do
you.
you have a call on? Can't you?
yeah, hold on. I
Oh
gotta-
yeah,
it's
if you're by
new.
yourself.
Okay,
What
hold
does
on.
your
Let me
stealthy
see.
trait give you too?
Can re-roll or break tie when all by myself in a scene.
Yes, you are all by yourself in the scene.
Okay. I'm a call on Lone Ranger.
Okay.
My call on trait.
I call on you, Lone Ranger. Go.
I summon you, Lone Ranger, spirits of the beyond. Okay, so I re-roll, including the fate I spent. I guess is my
Well,
question.
you'll roll and then the fate
Okay.
you would re-roll a 6, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
I would assume, take your fate back for now. Blah 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 blah. If there are 6s, you can re-roll them.
Got it.
Yep.
You wipe the slate clean.
Base
What do you do?
ob 4.
Nice.
Whoa.
You want to roll those 6s?
Yeah.
There's no point. It's fine.
Would the 6s give me anything else if I got more successes?
I don't know.
You can at least do it faster.
I mean, you can do flavor and you can do it faster. That's basically
Sure, why not? I've already spent the fate. 3.
Oh my god.
So
Roll
one extra.
another success.
Okay. 1 more. Okay.
Perfect. You get up the first flight of stairs up to the 3rd floor. Look around. You don't see anybody, like, out and around. You go up to the 4th floor, unseen. You're about to round a corner, and you stop because you hear footsteps. Someone stealthy. They're light footsteps, maybe 2 of them. And you turn around just as you see a little kitty walking down the hallway. He's very chubby. He has long a little kitty cat, patting with his little 4 feet quietly. But he just seems to be like, you can see he's like, maybe he's hunting a rat or something. He's a very fluffy cat.
Great. And he's like guarding the 4th floor essentially.
No, I mean, he's not like looking around. He's just doing cat things.
I don't think we can trust any animal.
Any white
At this
animal
point.
is ultimately untrustworthy in this game.
Has a little name tag.
Okay.
So
Duchess.
it looks like
Adelaide.
a pet.
Can I read
That
the name
means-
tag with my elf eyes?
I'll let you make a check for it. It's moving and it's far.
Sure.
It's not too hard.
Observation? Perception?
Perception?
Is the cat trying to thwart my will?
No. So perception.
Perception.
We'll just make it a nice ob 2.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You don't want to roll? You don't do that no more? Okay, hold on. Let's try it again. Base up 2. Let's go, cat eyes.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes. You see this name tag. You can read it pretty quick without being seen. This cat's name is Dollfingers.
I hate that.
Why does everything you
Fingers?
say make everything worse?
And you watch as Dollfingers, like, you now clearly see them stalking a mouse, and they, like, pounce on it, and then they, like, it's squealing, and then they, like, carry this mouse back the way they came.
Great. So have I learned, is there like any important seeming rooms?
You
Is it
haven't,
all
I
the
mean,
same?
the floor plans are sort of near identical. All of the floors seem to
Okay.
be copies. Not you haven't like looked into any of the rooms, but there's not like one room that is
No.
obviously more grand than all the others. But the
There's no weird energies or lights emanating from any
no,
cold spots.
nope, you felt no uncomfortable temperature changes.
I'm just like cursing this lady under my breath. Dollfingers freaks me the heck out. I'm gonna go back down to the 3rd floor and see if there is any open doors, and just kind of like make my way down, looking through any doors that are like already open, I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't
There's
know what that would be.
There's a couple doors. You glance in. There's a couple like what may be servants' quarters. Like you see, there's like beds. They're not like grand beds, but it seems like a living space for somebody. There's a couple of those. There's a couple like bathroom type situations. There's like a small library on this floor, and then those are about the only open doors that you can get without sort of actually going and opening doors and investigating.
Got it. Do I get any sense of if more people are in this house, or is if it's just that man.
You haven't
That's
seen
making
anybody,
them
but
go
you
to
have
dinner.
heard people.
Okay.
So you've been pretty stealthy. You haven't like run into
Sneaky,
anybody.
sneaky.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And you.
I'll let you.
yeah.
I'm gonna think while this
Okay.
happens.
Perfect. So Morrine and Ada. Ada, you went back to Wirt. So then, Morrine, what are you doing?
I don't
I'm
know
going-
if this is gonna impact anything.
Yeah.
But I do kind of want to do Wirt Ada first,
Okay.
if Ada's coming back.
Yeah.
Because I want to, as Ada walks in, oh, Ada, what's the emergency? Surely something must be wrong if you've left your dear liege lady. And like give a knowingly, like, I got this, Gitfo type of look.
Okay. How perceptive is Ada? I think she gets the hint, and she says, "Oh, you're right. I should never have left her. I'll go. I'm sorry, Wirt."
Okay. Make
And she
an
scurries off.
inconspicuous to sort of hide your true meaning in this
Me?
exchange. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
It's like, better not be me.
What's the D obstacle?
It's the verses.
It's the obstacle.
It's a versus.
Yeah, inconspicuous is
obstacle.
normally verses when it's one person.
Well, that's gross. I would like to fork in etiquette
Okay.
and perhaps a little bit of.
He hasn't even told you the ob yet.
I know. I'm
I guess he
scared.
can't because it's a ver-
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess just etiquette.
Okay.
I don't know that there's anything else I can do.
Are you locking in that roll?
Yes.
Okay, up to.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
He seems to be like, Albert sees Ada, sees you tell us Tate, and he's like, "Oh yes, please, do take your time, but supper should be ready soon, and I'm expecting Adelaide at any moment. So, but and then he goes back into the story he was telling Wirt about this time he traveled afar in the abbey he saw somewhere, and it's a very thrilling story. You can smell a lot of good food coming from the kitchen.
Okay. I keep him with me,
Okay.
entertained and engaged,
Yep.
and whatever I need to do to distract conversation away from the party.
Okay.
If he's like, "Oh, what's Morrine's story?"
Yes.
Lead away from that.
Perfect. So, Ada, that roll got you away, no problem. Now make a roll, Brother Wirt, to do this distracting and keeping him. I would say either a conspicuous makes the most sense, unless you have like a soothing platitudes would make sense. I don't know if there's just like a distract skill.
I'm assuming conspicuous is going to roll against his will. Yes.
Yes, I think soothing platitudes would
Same.
also.
Okay. If you fork with something that has 5 or more dice, does that add 2, or is that only when you're helping?
Only when you're helping, I believe.
Okay. Well, then I should probably roll conspicuous,
Okay.
which I am opening.
Okay. Don't be scared of failure.
Don't be scared, be terrified.
Don't worry, I am. I'm going to spend a fate, because we do that for the opening.
Mm-hmm.
My nonsense. And no Artha, base ob 2,
2?
right?
No?
Isn't that what we just rolled for inconspicuous?
That was a versus. This is just versus his stat.
Oh.
So 4 to 8.
Oh. Well, I misunderstood what was happening then.
That's why I was prompting you with "Don't be scared of failure."
Yes, I see. Perhaps I can persuade him to tell me a lengthy story about his travels.
Seems
He
very
says like
persuadable.
he like just mentions offhand, oh yeah, this one time I saw a bear, and I can do it. Oh my goodness, tell me more about that. I love hearing about bears. Oh no, it's not an interesting story. I am certain it is. You could not bore me with a story of a bear, I promise. I grew up drawing pictures of bears. All it's just and my favorite animal. Please tell me more.
Okay, I think that will work as a substitute. However, I don't think you will be able to also steer his. I don't think you can like steer the conversation as much as you want it if you're just like persuading him to continue talking.
I think that's fine as long as we can keep him talking and him in the room. I'll take that.
Okay. So that's still versus will, so 4.
Fork in the old soothing platitudes.
Mm-hmm. You love bears.
Yeah.
So noble.
Okay.
Oh wait, why does it say 7 advantage?
I don't know.
That's not right. That can't be right.
How many should it have been?
It should have been
You would have failed, but you have a 6.
7 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes in the first bit. Then I have a 6 I can reroll to get
yes.
above 4.
Yeah.
Oh, then you would have met it. Sorry.
Yeah. So I did in fact meet it.
Okay. Yeah. You get him talking about bears, and he tells you about a lot of stories. They're pretty good. He's no storyteller, but like you've taken a liking to this man. He's pretty funny. He seems genuinely nice. It's a very strange feeling. You've not encountered anybody like this in this entire village or in the entire duchy. Okay. But you do keep him occupied. So, Ada.
Fake news.
You are dismissed from that room by Wirt.
I can't sneak to save my life, so I just start wandering around.
Okay.
What is Morrine doing? Oh, we don't know yet.
Yeah, Morrine, what are you doing? You're muted.
Oh no.
Okay, well, Ada will, I guess, start looking for, like, display rooms, libraries, anything, studies. Like, she's just gonna start scouting out this, I guess, very first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Portraits and tapestries of wintry scenes, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't matter. I mean, she's looking for anything, obvious artifacts, I guess, but she doesn't think they're really gonna be down and around here.
Yeah. So there is on this first floor there is a gallery that has like artwork in it, but nothing sort of what you're looking for. You can roll to go up onto the upper floors and look to find what I think that it is you're trying to find, like a study or somewhere where like information would be hidden or like an artifact would be hidden.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'll go upstairs. I'm a guest here, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess, will she try and be stealthy? What's my ob if I'm trying to be stealthy?
Well, I gave Ragaire 4 for both floors, so if you just want to do one floor, it'd be 3.
And I had the floor with doll fingers, so you know.
The floor, I'm not messing with doll fingers at all. I do not want anything to do with that. Is there anything I could fork in that would be useful? Oh, I do have inconspicuous. Yeah, let's try. Can I stealth, fork in, inconspicuous, and then I'll do it carefully?
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Are you back, Abby? Perfect.
Okay. Base up 3. Oh my gosh. Failure after failure after
Perfect.
failure.
Everyone else is doing so well. You go up to this second floor and look around. First door you open, you hear some aggressive purring, and a kitty is like rubbing up against your legs.
Aww. Ada.
He drops a dead mouse at your foot. And like
Ada
nuzzles it up to your foot.
enamored, and says, "Thank you for this gift, but I don't need it right now. Why don't you take it downstairs for dinner, sweetie?" And like gives the cat a little pet before.
This
moving on.
cat is not leaving you alone. It loves you.
Man, what do I do with this cat? I think I just let it be. I think Ada doesn't do anything. She just gives it some pets. It's like, oh, your name is Ladyfingers? That is
Nope, its name is Dullfingers.
Dollfingers. Dollfingers. What a strange name. But you are cute and fluffy. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Ada doesn't care about this pet.
As you're walking around, it like picks up the mouse and like keeps trying to bring it to you, and it's just not letting you not accept this mouse. So you're not stealthy, but you can still do things if you want. And then
Yeah.
Abby is forbidden from speaking, but
She's been placed under a spell in the powder
I
room.
guess, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I think Ada will try and do maybe what do you want? Perception to find something? Or I could do like an artifact wise to just straight up try and find an artifact.
Yeah, I think either would work depending on what you're looking for.
Let's go straight for the artifact wise. Go big, go home, die trying.
Okay.
She's on the hunt
You can do it!
for anything that vaguely resembles something in her encyclopedic knowledge of history's artifacts.
Want to call this a rare good? Uncommon knowledge?
Aren't all artifacts rare goods?
We'll say uncommon knowledge.
Sure.
Well, I guess, do you just want to find it, or do you want to, like, find and then also, like, look through and get information that way?
I think the number 2. Find and have it be useful, and I know about it.
Okay. I think that should be a link test, then, to find it and then look through it. So it'll be
Okay.
2 observation, link test into an artifact.
Observation.
Or perception. No, probably
Think
observation. You're probably trying to find something that is not out in the open, so it is trying to find something, not look at something.
I'm not very observant, but who cares? That one's definitely a perception skill. I'll be careful once again, and I'll use a fate for that. And you said it was 2.
Nice. Yeah. You quickly find a study of sorts, and you look around and then you recognize some of the titles. It seems like the person who was last using this desk was investigating artifacts of some sort.
Oh my gosh. Ada is rapidly rifling through all of these books.
Okay.
With
Now,
our infamous research skills.
I think you could use artifact-wise to gather pertinent information without looking through all the books. So you would find maybe like what is out on the table versus looking through the tomes to find specific information.
Okay. I'll use artifact wise.
Okay.
Regardless. What's the
Let's say details. 3.
3. Can I fork in read and write?
Yeah. Maybe not write, but read.
But I can fork in read, okay. And could I fork in blacksmithing?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I will fork in reading then, because obviously that's an important part of this process. I will go carefully, and then I'll use a persona. You said op 3? 2 6s. I'll spend that fate. And reroll that. Fade, remaining on 1. 2 dice. Of course. Snake
Sean.
eyes, no less.
There were
Did-
5 ones across 8 dice.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd
That
rolled
hurts.
in the last 2 ones. I'd rolled all 2s for my failures. No
Oh
less.
my god.
Okay. Let's see. So you are perusing around. You had to like open a door to get here. Like you get the feeling that you shouldn't be snooping around this room. But you look and sort of like right on the top of the desk, you see a piece of paper that's sort of like been ripped in half, and you see a sketch of what you recognize as the sort of Wintertide on top of this paper. The rest of the writing, you can't actually read it. It's not in a language you understand. But you then hear like footsteps.
Does it look like Elven?
You probably recognize as Elven.
I'm
But you hear
opening the skill
footsteps.
cryptography, Sean.
And so you like, huh, huh, and you like just grab it and run through another door and like shut it so that no one sees you take this piece of paper. And your consequence is that you find yourself in a playroom of sorts. It looks like there are children's toys around. And on the far wall, there are 19 knives stabbed into the wall, making a frowny face. But there's no children that you can see or hear.
Sounds like Lucas's room, I guess.
It does look.
Historically
It
speaking.
does seem right up Lucas's aesthetic.
That does actually seem right up Lucas's aesthetic.
Ada, unfazed.
After Dollfingers, what does phase 1 anymore?
Mm-hmm. But you hear
After
footsteps in that other
Going through
room.
that horrible town. What phases what anymore?
You hear someone in that other room, and then they quickly like close and like leave the door, or leave and close the door. So you're able to like get out of there, but you weren't able to get much more than that scrap of paper.
Okay, I cling to that scrap of paper. And maybe try to look for Ragaire, since I
Yeah,
have a
Ragaire.
pretty strong feeling it's Elvish.
Ragaire, what are you doing?
I think I'm in that library.
Okay.
And I'm opening. I have a skill sorcery wise that I want to open when I
Mhm.
get some more checks. So I just want to be in this library and see if there's anything. Like, I'm just getting my bearings about what this human sorcery is, and like I just want to see if there's anything mentioning sorcery at all, or like.
Okay. Do you want common knowledge? An interesting fact? Details?
You know, I just want it for the test. So.
Okay. You tell me
Details?
the obvious
What
one.
is details?
Details is 3.
Ugh, 3. It could just common knowledge. Give me common
That
knowledge.
is ob 1.
Oh, perfect. I just want practice. I'm opening this, Artha. Okay. Let's do it to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm one step closer
Yeah.
to knowing what sorcery is.
Yeah. You know, most people are not magic. So select few are born gifted and we can learn to cast spells. And people can, like, I don't know, sometimes people use like staves and like magic artifacts to make themselves stronger.
Got it. And
Yeah,
it is different than the thing that Brother Wirt does, you know.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
becoming quite clear to me. Okay, got
Yep.
it.
That
Correct.
thing Brother Wirt doesn't.
Yes.
That they think Brother Wirt wants to do
Mhm.
and works out some of the time. Got it. Cool. So yeah, I think if Ada wants to find me, I'm on the 3rd floor in that library.
Okay. You peek around, you eventually do find Ragaire.
Ragaire, I have something. She like pulls out this fisted, crumpled sheet of paper. So she quickly tries to like smooth out. She goes, "Read this. I think it's Elvish. It looks like it's related to the sword."
Is it Elvish?
It is Elvish. You recognize it as a poem.
Oh my god!
Poem.
More goddamn poem.
It's a poem. Sit down, Ada. It's a lovely poem. In fact,
How long is it? It's on a time scale that is not human accessible.
No, it's just a stanza or 2.
Okay, great. Do I have to roll to translate it?
No.
Okay, great. What's the stanza?
Here, they'll give it to you. Oh, why?
Feed me my line.
Okay. It is half the poem. It continues,
Oh
but the
my
paper
gosh.
has been ripped in half.
We could figure it out through the rhyming scheme.
It doesn't rhyme.
The long season lingers, with a pure heart consumed. Dark are the short days, long are the howling nights of frost rain. Wintertide. Thawed by only the one with its other half, frostbane, anathema of the white, that which burns away the chill, the bite of hunger and the gnawing of the wolf, winter without end, and yet the cycle.
And that is where it is ripped. And with this poem in hand, we'll call it for the night. As you guys are trouncing around this house with the kitty in tow. And
You brought Dollfingers here!
Dollfingers is back, drops the,
You are the one!
the dead mouse at Ada's feet.
I actively had to sneak around Dollfingers, but now...
Oh, Ada, have you? I mean, right here. Have you met Dollfingers yet?
I'm aware.
She's pretty cute.
Okay.
I'm sure she's a thing of evil.
We'll stop there. We'll do Artha off screen, and we will be back next week with Things from the Flood. And then in 2 weeks, possibly, we will be back to figure out what this poem means and what Dollfingers wants with Ada. Thanks for joining
wants
us.
to be my friend, and she wants me to eat
this
good food.
This dead
This is
good
as simple
food.
as
Yep.
that.
It's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
On a cat level, it's good food.
Very simple, very straightforward. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.